Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the online class. As yesterday we have seen half of the chapter, and today we will complete the chapter. Okay, so what we have seen yesterday, we were studying about Sinbad the sailor and his adventurous life, in which we are going to learn about the different kinds of animals, strange animals. Okay, so what happened? As he was bored to spend his life or days in Baghdad, he decided that he will again start trade and he will travel. Okay, so he started his journey, and one day he landed over a land island which was completely fully means filled with fruits and flowers. So many of the trade people thought means landed there, and they have taken some rest between that meadows. But what happened when Sinbad slept there? He slept for long time, and the ship had gone and left him behind on the island. He was so terrible frightened, he was so sad that he thought he would die because he was alone on the island and it was uninhabited. Okay, so he was quietly un means he was very not good with the situation. At last he thought of, okay, fine, when I'm here, let's find something that will give me a hope to stay on this island. What he had seen, he could see means when he had gone on the top of the island, he could see that something white color thing is there which was 50 round pace, and it was the egg of that bird, the monstrous bird that was rock. And he what then he idea came in his mind that he will tie his turban around him and to the and tie one end to the rock leg, so that when she will fly, she will carry him also, and will carry means him to some very familiar or inhabited place. But what happened when she carried him? It was just a deep valley. Nothing change was there. Only the change was like it was desert. And this time he went. Means he came on an island which was a deep valley. Okay. As I walked through this valley, I noticed it was strewn with diamonds, some of which were of surprising bigness. I took a great deal of pleasure in looking at them, but very soon I could not look at them with terror. There were a great number of serpents, so big and so long that the least of them was capable of swallowing an elephant. They retired in the daytime to their dens, and where they hid himself from the rock, their enemy, and came out only in the night time. What happened means when he walked into the deep valley to find something. He could find diamonds, but he could not go close to the diamonds because that there were more serpents. Okay, but what happened in the daytime, the serpents get means hide into their dens, and at night they come out. I spent the day walking about the valley. When night came on, I went into a cave where I thought I might be in safety. I stopped the mouth of it, when which was low and straight, with a great stone to preserve me from the serpents. What he did, he hid himself into the cave and blocked the mouth of the cave with the stone so that the serpents could not enter and could not eat him, because serpents were so huge, so large that he could not means he it can swallow an elephant also. So that was really scary, but that would not hinder light from coming in. I supped on the part of my provisions, but the serpents which began to appear hissing about in the meantime put me into such extreme fear that you may easily imagine I did not sleep because of the serpent noise, hissing sounds. It was so scary that he could not sleep at that night. When the day appeared, the serpents retired, and I came out of the cave trembling. I can justly say that I walked a long time upon diamonds without feeling an inclination to touch any of them. At last, I sat down in weariness because I had not shut my eyes during the night, and soon I fell asleep. What happened, because of that serpent he could not sleep at the night, so he came out of the cave when the daytime happened, and he could means he fast asleep, means uh, because of that he could not sleep at the night, he soon fast asleep there. I had just shut my eyes when something that fell by me with great noise awakened me. This was a great piece of fresh meat, and at that time I saw several others fall down from the rocks in different places. Means I could see fresh meat, fresh flesh was falling from a great height. Okay, and to the other places also from the rock in different places. I had always thought it was a fable when I heard mariners talk of the Valley of Diamonds and of the trick used by some merchants to get jewels from there. What happened? The merchants who come there to take the diamond from this land, he could throw the flesh over the diamonds. Because of the serpents, they could not go close to them. Okay, so what happened, they means merchants could throw the flesh over there, and what happened, the eagle or comes, then he could means it can catch the flesh, and in that he could means the eagle can carry diamonds also, and where they go to sit on the top of the mountains, on the top of the valley, they the merchants leave, and they could means take the diamonds from there, and they collect the diamonds with the help of the eagle without knowing of eagles. These merchants came to this valley when the eagles had young ones, and threw great joints of meat into the valley. When these pieces of meat fell upon the diamond, they stuck to them. The eagles, which are stronger in this country than anywhere else, pounced with great force upon those pieces of meat and carried them to their nest upon the top of the rocks to feed their young. It was here the merchants went running to their nest, frightened the eagle by their noise, and took away the diamonds that were stuck to the meat. I told you what they did. The merchants threw the flesh over the diamonds, and they could stuck. And when the eagle will carry that flesh, with that diamonds will also get carried. And after that, the merchants could easily get the diamonds from the flesh of that eagle. I believed till then it was not possible for me to get out of this bias, but the falling in of those pieces of meat put me in hopes of way of saving my life. Now, because of this, flesh of the meat could give me a hope to save my life. I began to gather the largest diamond that I could see, um, and put them into the leather bag in which I used to carry my provisions. I afterwards took the largest piece of meat I could find. I tied it close around me with the cloth of turban. He tied lots of flesh, means the large flesh around him with the cloth of his turban, and then laid himself upon the ground with my face downward, and he lay down on the ground. I had scarcely laid down before the eagles came. Each of them seized a piece of meat, and one of them took me up to the nest too on the top of the mountain. The merchants began shouting to frighten the eagles. When the eagle had flown away, one of them came to the nest. what happened, all the people, all the merchants were scaring that eagles by their noise. And what happened, they just flew away from there, and the merchants easily get the diamonds from the flesh. And now what happened, means I've carried by a eagle, and which means where she was carrying me to the top of the mountain. When the eagles had flown away, one of them came to the nest where I was. He was at first afraid when he saw me, but soon, instead of inquiring how I came there, began to quarrel with me and asked why I stole his goods. Treat me, replied I, with more civility, for I have diamonds enough for you and myself too. Soon the other merchants came trooping about us. They were much astonished to see me, but they were much more surprised when I told them my story. Now he is safe, he saved his life, and he went on the top of the mountain. And there he could find some of the people which were the merchant. He told his story, and he told that I took many diamonds for you and for me also. I spent the night with the merchants. I thought I was in a dream and could not believe myself to be out of the danger because of that serpent, because of that uninhabited island with the valley, and now he is safe with the in between the merchant. The merchant had thrown their piece of meat into the valley for several days, and each of them being satisfied with the diamonds that had fallen to his lot. We left the place next morning together and traveled near high mountains where there were large serpents, which we had the good fortune to escape. We took ship at the nearest port and came to the Isle of Roha, where the trees had yelled camphor grow. This tree is so large that its branches so thick that 100 men may easily sit under its shade. Now they came to an island that was the Isle of Roha, where the trees that yield camphor grew. Some special kind of tree which could even give a shade to 100 people together under it. That was so big. There is in this island the rhinoceros, a creature less than the elephant but greater than the buffalo. It had a horn upon its nose about a cubit long. This horn is solid and cleft in the middle from one end to other, and there are upon it white lines representing the figure of a man. The rhinoceros fight with elephant, runs in his horn into him and carries him off his head, but the blood of the elephant running into his eyes and making him blind. He falls to the ground, and then the strange to relate the rock comes and carries them both away in her claws to be food for young ones. So they went to some island where he could find rhinoceros and the elephant, which could find the means fight together. And after the death of, after getting injured by both of themselves, the rock which was the monstrous bird come, carried them into his means her claws, and could give this food to their young ones to feed them. Here I exchanged some of diamonds for good merchandise. From there I went to Baghdad. There I immediately gave great alms to the poor and lived honorably on the vast riches I had gained with so much fatigue. What happened? Now he returned back to his place, Baghdad, and after so many adventures, now he is safe. And he had exchanged some of the diamonds with good merchants. And when he came back to Baghdad, he gave some alms to poor also, and there he honorably spent his life in Baghdad. So this is all about a very small part of the life we have seen. This is the story which has been taken from the Arabian Night. It is about this adventurous life of Sinbad. We have seen a very small part of the story, but there's many more adventurous life which is with what happened in Sinbad's life. Okay, as you know that I have completed the chapter. Now it's your duty. You have to find out the word meanings which are unknown to you. Find that word meanings, memorize it, and tomorrow I will summarize the chapter. But before that summarization, I want you to prepare a summary, and you can submit it, or we can discuss that on Microsoft Team, and later we'll discuss the question answer also. Tomorrow in the video I will discuss the summary and the exercise of this chapter. Okay, so all the best to all. This is all about today.